So yeah, my name is Max Gurvits. I've been involved in the startup scene in Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe for the last 6 or so years. Rolled into it quite accidentally actually. I had a company in the Netherlands which was called Regeldit.nl. We did online legal services, a portal with where you can download templates, upload some of your legal documents, talk to lawyers online. This company did pretty well. We grew it with a couple of friends from university. Did all the classical startup things, raised some money, had a lot of difficulties building out the business. In the end, in 2011, the company got acquired. By that time, I was looking at Eastern Europe already. I had been going to Bulgaria for several years, and always had this feeling that my next project should be in the Balkans, or at least based out of Bulgaria. So when the moment came that I didn't have the company anymore, I actually decided to set up the new thing in Bulgaria. And as I moved over there, I basically realized that there isn't such a thing as a startup community much. There were some beginnings of it, there were some meetups. I think when I arrived in Bulgaria, the first startup weekend had taken place the year before. There was an organization, a student actually organization called Startup Bulgaria, which was doing some things, some meetups, some conferences, but it was all very small. And I kind of plugged myself into it, became somewhat of a local mentor, expert, I guess you could say, met some of the more interesting people. And at some point we got the opportunity to raise a venture capital fund and an accelerator. This was one of the European funded projects that came through the EIF Jeremy program. So this is basically a program of the European Union to allocate funds from the competitiveness program of the European Commission towards setting up venture communities in Eastern European countries. And that's what I've done. So we launched this fund. It was called E01. It was at that time the largest, probably the largest early stage fund in Europe actually, definitely in Eastern Europe, one of the first such instruments in the Balkans. Had a lot of fun, a lot of challenges also running it. With the fund, we've done about 120-ish, I think, investments. We had companies from all over this region. Actually, today I'm sitting here in Albania. I don't think we had a single Albanian company, but we did have a couple of Macedonian ones. I think about 16 or so Serbian ones, about 10 Croatian, 10 Romanian, and from many other countries as well. And in doing this, I think that one of the really good things that we did was that we kind of established, well, first of all, we showed the world that early stage startups and startup communities can be done in Eastern Europe and also in the Balkans specifically. The other thing is that we've kind of helped position Sofia as, at least for that time, some sort of capital for this kind of activity here in the Balkans. Mentoring is always important, right? So mentoring is key, is a very important part of entrepreneurship. There's no difference here or in Silicon Valley, right? Founders need mentors. The difficult thing again about the Balkans is that there are very few people here who have actually built startups, right? So it's very hard to get the kind of skills that are necessary for building globally scalable technology businesses or technology product businesses. This is actually a problem because very often what we see, and this is a very hard thing to work around in the Balkans, is we see very often people who are very good in building businesses locally. So people who have built anything from construction companies to marketing agencies to maybe media companies or classical internet website building companies. These people very often feel attracted to the idea of mentoring startup entrepreneurs, but when people are doing scalable products, it's very often the skills that these people, these mentors would have are quite different than the ones that the entrepreneurs need. So on the one hand, I actually applaud these successful local entrepreneurs for mentoring. I think they should be mentors, but it's not enough. We have to bring in more mentors from abroad. We have to bring in more expertise. This is actually one of the reasons I'm in Albania right now. We're talking about rolling out an entrepreneur in residence program where we're bringing people from Silicon Valley, from Western Europe to mentor, to stay for a period of about a month to 2 months in countries like Albania. I really hope that this will be, this will increase the efficiency and increase the operations of local entrepreneurs.